For a decade, the world's richest company, Apple, poured an estimated $10 billion into a secret car project only to give up. In that same time, a company famous for its smartphones did the unthinkable. They didn't just build a car, they launched an EV that is putting the entire automotive world on high alert. So, forget the car Apple failed to build. This is the story of how Xiaomi used Apple's own playbook against them and is now coming for the kings of the EV industry. To really get the scale of Xiaomi's achievement, you first have to understand the monumental failure of Apple's Project Titan. For 10 years, Apple bled talent and treasure into its dream of a revolutionary autonomous car. The goal was audacious: a vehicle with no steering wheel, no pedals, a true leap into the future. Some insiders even compared the strategy to skipping the first iPhone and jumping straight to the iPhone X. But the project was a mess. A lack of clear vision had leaders constantly shifting the goalposts. Was it a Tesla competitor or a fully autonomous pod? This indecision, combined with the brutal complexity of making cars, proved fatal. While Apple did build and test several autonomous prototypes, it chased a futuristic fantasy it could never quite grasp, underestimating just how hard it is to mass-produce a vehicle. In the end, after a decade of work, Apple pulled the plug. So, how did a company known for phones manage to do what Apple couldn't? Enter Xiaomi. The Chinese tech giant, often called an Apple copycat, watched, learned, and then executed with ruthless efficiency. In 2021, CEO Lei Jun announced Xiaomi would invest $10 billion into building an EV. The crucial difference? They promised to deliver a car in just 3 years. They weren't aiming for a self-driving moonshot. They aimed for a fantastic electric car that people would actually want to buy. And they delivered. The launch of the Xiaomi SU7 sedan was an automotive sensation. Sales data from the China Passenger Car Association confirms that between its launch in April 2024 and January 2025, Xiaomi delivered 162,384 SU7s, outselling the 152,748 Tesla Model 3s sold in the same period. While monthly sales figures vary, with Tesla sometimes ahead, the SU7's performance in its first year has been staggering. The message was clear: Xiaomi isn't just entering the race, it's here to win. Xiaomi's success wasn't magic, it was a masterclass in strategy. While Apple tried to reinvent everything, Xiaomi simply leveraged a playbook that was already working. First, it tapped into China's world-class EV supply chain. Instead of building everything from scratch, it partnered with industry leaders like battery giants CATL and BYD. This allowed it to scale production with incredible speed and at a much lower cost. Second, Xiaomi harnessed its greatest asset, its massive ecosystem of hundreds of millions of smartphone users. Its Human X Car X Home strategy seamlessly connects your phone, your car, and your smart home devices, creating a connected experience that most legacy automakers can only dream of. And third, their manufacturing is a sight to behold. At their highly automated Beijing factory, Xiaomi claims that over 700 robots help produce a new car every 76 seconds. This powerful combination of supply chain mastery, ecosystem integration, and manufacturing prowess is how Xiaomi did in 3 years what Apple couldn't do in 10. Is the car actually any good? The numbers are compelling. The SU7 Pro version offers a claimed range of up to 830 kilometers. The high-performance SU7 model boasts a manufacturer-claimed 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time that rivals some of the fastest sedans on the planet, though independent tests clock it a little slower at around 3.2 seconds. And then there's the price. In China, the SU7 starts at around $30,000, which undercuts the Tesla Model 3 and puts immense pressure on the market leader. With the company's first SUV, codenamed MX-11, and expected in 2025, Aiming squarely at the Tesla Model Y, it's clear Xiaomi is challenging Tesla on every front: performance, technology, and cost. Apple's failure and Xiaomi's success reveal two fundamentally different philosophies. While Xiaomi is currently focused on its booming home market, a global expansion is in the works, with plans to enter international markets around 2027. The question is no longer if they can compete, but how far they can go. They beat Apple to the punch, and now they're coming for Tesla. The era of the smartphone car is here, and it was started by a company nobody saw coming. What do you think? Would you buy a car from a company like Xiaomi? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the tech and companies shaping our future, make sure to subscribe.